Welcome to another video. Today we're hiking again because it's been a while and I'm waiting to hike a new high point. So that may sound oh so big and oh so such a hard hike that I'm about to take on this mountain. Nah. I'm hiking, so you guys can see, to that little obelisk right there, which I'll take a key part later, but today we're hiking High Point, New Jersey, which its name self-explanatory. It's the highest point in New Jersey, 1,800 feet, but we are starting pretty high up on this pond here in the playground, and we're just gonna hike it, get to the obelisk, get views, get to the high point, say I bagged it, and yeah, that's today's hiking video. Alright, well, for a little bit more sense of direction right now, we're kind of just going around the lake all the way over there and then up the mountain to the, high point. You see some pretty good views of the lake, which is nice. The downside is that you have to walk all the way around the lake. So that's what we will be doing, getting all the way to that in between the area trees are. Another bonus about this hike is that we will be taking the Appalachian Trail back, which kind of follows that ridge down. But you can see the littlest bit of a viewpoint right there. Probably see the fence. It's also raining hard outside right now. But that will be the way we take back, which will be my first major part taken in the Appalachian Trail, because I've hiked Jefferson and Moosilauke, but none of those have had me hiking the trail for an actual decent time. But yeah, we will be making our way. Well, this is the peak of this road section here. We got that there, that there, that there, that there, that there, and this weird thing here. I don't really know what that's spelled out, but we're almost to the intersection, if you will. You have found some of those wild good berries that you can eat here. Look a lot like this, and time for a mukbang. See this bad boy? Go into my mouth. Good. Yum. Well, we heard what we thought was inevitable. Lightning. And, there's kind of a giant monument on top of this mountain. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a metal tip on top. So, are we getting struck down this video? I don't know. I guess we're here to find out. You believe we've heard a woodpecker? Wait for it. It's on one of those, you can tell, because the clicking sound sounds more empty, but that's cool. We also made it into the intersection of the lake that I was talking about. Now we're taking the Monument Trail, which I don't know, just gonna take us down the lake to where we want to go. This does mean that we are walking by the other side of the lake again, but we will eventually take a trail that brings us up that direction, and that will bring us up to the trail that we want to get on to make it to High Point. We have found the state flower for Pennsylvania. Though we are in New Jersey, we are very close to Pennsylvania and New York, so mountain flower, freaking laurel, right there, looking nice and beautiful and shining in the rain as we make our way down the path. Whoa. Thunder! There is a toad right there. I don't know if you can see him. Try to slowly get a view of him. How close can I get? He's just chilling. Right there. He's letting me get really close. But I'll let Mr. Man here keep his little spot on the side of the trail. We've made it to our turn right here, and this is probably where a mountainish hike truly begins. As you can see, the elevation is already starting to gain as we are gaining elevation. This is more my thing, alright? Not our little lake walks. Yeah, I'm with my mom too. I don't know if you guys noticed that. She's my parental aid. And my third time setting foot on the Appalachian Trail is now. Anybody who's been here or recognizes the trail, let me know. Pro hiker tip for at least where I always hike. Once you start seeing gaps between the trees like that, with no ground in the general radius, you're either freaking boxed in by fog and no longer gonna have views, or you're high up on the hill, too high to see the ground below you. And for our circumstances, that is it. Ooh, a bandit thingy. I don't know what the heck this is, but looks interesting. Down by the trail right there. I don't really want to go any further and risk poison ivy, but looks like a building. Now just realizing how close we're getting, because that's there. Gets flat here and we get our observation tower with the views. Considering we're so close so fast, we're taking Risky Biscuits path instead of normal path. Let's see how this goes. Going up, up, and no, we keep going. Yay, it's path, it's overgrown. Hopefully, there's no ticks. We've made it to the absolutely insanely tall tower with views on basically all sides, but it will be better. I still don't even know if you can go all the way to the top yet, but if you can, that's cool. It is the smallest foggy outside, but there is many rolling hills in those directions. And if you're wondering about that weird clicking noise, it's that. But dude, these views are exceptional for such a long mountain. It's just like, whoa. I'm now gonna stand on the official peak of the mountain with my mom, right on this rock, right here. Might be a bit breezy for viewers at home, but this is actually great views. Just started actually downpouring outside. I don't know if you guys at home can tell, but we're luckily inside. We begin the ascent up the long staircase that goes for 5,000 years. It'll be worth it in the end, trust me. Look at the unending staircase that is this. Oh my god. Making our way. It's just so many steps to climb up this staircase of doom. And these windows you can't even really see out. So you're not gonna really get views till we make it to the top, I guess. It's infinite. We made it to the top. As you can tell, I'm very sweaty, but we got 4 windows in opposing sides. The roof right there. I'll give you the view. This is at window 1. That's the pond that we were on. Oh, wait, actually, no, it isn't. That's a different pond, but that's window 1. Here's window 2. You can see the parking lot for all the losers that wanted to drive up. But pretty good views there too, nonetheless. You can see some clouds even forming. That window, I'm probably not gonna be able to get very well, but there's not too much to see out there anyways. That's the lake, and this is like the range that the mountain is on. This is probably the coolest side. This tower, although the steps we had to take, was definitely worth it in the end. If you look up there, you can see the metal pole I was talking about. That's if we were to get struck by lightning, that's where it would be. Anyways, back down we go, because we've been up here for a while and we want to be back down on flat ground because it's not loud and high up and windy everywhere. Alright, now that we're down, the weather seems to be much nicer, but it's still very, very windy. From all sides, though. We're also above the clouds too, which I find kind of cool. This seems much higher than it really is. We're only about 1,800 feet off the sky and 500 feet off the ground. Alright, we're heading back down from the big thing. That's where all the nerds park, and this is where we go. Because we're cool and we take the pathway. But we're gonna take the Appalachian Trail back down, so part of the trail will be the same until we get to that part where I said 3rd time on the Appalachian Trail. We keep going straight instead of turning right, so yeah, that's where our trail will differ. Heading out, down the trail we go. Alright, well we finally made it to, that's where we came from last time, but this is where we're going now. The Appalachian Trail. There will probably be some good views midway this trail, because I've seen pictures, and as we saw that fence earlier, clearly giving away something interesting is coming up soon. So, we shall see. Alright, well, I'm eating my apple, and I just realized we made it to the Midway Observatory thing, the fence that I was showing you guys earlier. This is it. So, let's see what it's all about. We got good views in every direction. Crazy to think we're all the way up at the top of that. Now we're all all the way here. It looks a lot shorter than it really is. Well, we gotta go down now. Make it back to the Karoo. Still got a little ways to go because the trail going back this way is kind of long. So yeah. Well, it might be hard for you guys to tell, but the clouds that we saw earlier that were escaping around the mountain, we are in one right now. It's clear that way, and then really foggy this way. Less tellable in the video, but it's pretty cool. It's like one direction's normal, one direction's not. It's starting to get pretty steep here. It's been a little while since we've been on a steep part of the trail, so just gotta be ready for it. But it looks cool down there, nonetheless. Hiking from up at the top. We are in another cloud again, and I think this time it's easier to tell in the video. But it's perfectly fine that way, and then foggy this way, just like last time. I almost just died. Got a cool looking wormy. Oh, look at him go. It's like a long millipede looking guy. Looks like a worm though. Maybe that's his survival strap. Apparently it's called an American giant millipede. And its name definitely lives up because it's giant. Let's see what its feet look like according to my mom. Look at its little feeties. Look at the way it moves. That's not something you see every day. Look at that. That is very cool. I think it's chomping on a leaf right now. But yeah, see you later. Alright, after quite the long path, we finally made it out back to the field again. We still have to walk quite a ways down the road, but there's not much to see. And that's just gonna bring us back to the parking lot where we're parked, so this seems like a good spot to end the video. I will see everything later. Don't forget, I'm gonna eat your laundry detergent if you don't subscribe and like.